Hello, Dr. Freeman. My name is Benjamin Rockwell, and I am in your social psychology class. My name, Benjamin, comes from the Hebrew, and it means son of my right hand. My parents named me that because they loved the story of Joseph and his brothers and how Joseph finds out he has a younger brother named Benjamin and the redemption there and the family fellowship there. My parents just loved that. So that's why I'm Benjamin. What is a question I have about this class? I guess my biggest question and kind of what I'm hoping to learn from this is how does social psychology and the science of it help us as the church connect with our communities, connect with the world who needs to hear the message of Christ, and how as the body of Christ, as a social group, we can use psychology to best serve God. And I'm just curious about that. What is my professional goal? My professional goal is to become a head pastor at a church, and social psychology and psychology is an awesome backup that I have with my biblical studies. So that is my goal. A small group or a small group experience. In high school, I was part of this consistent missions team that went to Ecuador every year, and I know there's kind of some uh, people think that short-term mission trips are kind of fake and facade, and I understand that, but ours was a little bit different in that we had a community there that we were really well connected with, and we were able to provide them with Bibles they needed and with finances that they needed, and we're able to go and visit them, and we just had several experiences where some of the young guys and young girls in that community came to know Christ and grew in their faith while we were there, and we got to be a part of that. And that's just a awesome memory I share with my friends and with that entire team. Um, it's my hometown. Well, it's Lakewood, Colorado, so it's basically what we see every day when we go to Colorado Christian. My best friend, his name is Liam, and he is also at CCU, but I have known him my entire life. What I love about Liam is that I mean, of course, he's a solid man, godly man, but he loves to laugh, and he will laugh at about anything, and so we just love laughing and spending time together, and he's a good bud, and I'm really appreciative of him. Um, Something about okay. I don't really know a lot about my ancestors. One thing I can say is that my parents, their life story is kind of interesting in that my dad started out as a youth pastor, and my mom started out as a history teacher. And now that my dad is an IT technician guy, and my mom is a cost analyst for a business. So their lives have really been quite a lot of variety there, and so that's something that I always find kind of interesting. Share a dream that I have. Well, I guess a big dream that I have. Well, I love the beach, and my dream would be able to go scuba diving one day. That's kind of my fun dream is to do that. My more bigger dream is that I have an interest in kind of the study of the historical Jesus and the study of the Gospels and whether it is historically reliable. And I love devoting my time to that. And someday I'd like to be able to possibly give in some chances to teach about that and teach um, that the historical Jesus is what we have in the Gospels, and that's a passion that I have. My favorite pet, her name is Rascal. She's a cockapoo. She's a doggy, and she's a bit ornery, but she's my pal. Okay, favorite thing to play when I was in elementary school. Well, I was never like a board game guy, so I played sports. I played basketball and played soccer and I ran track and I loved those, and I played the trumpet, and that was my favorite thing to do. A funny story from my life. Hmm. Okay, here's one. Um, Liam and I, my best bud, we when we were younger, we went out and we were playing by the river, and he decided that he wanted to catch some crawdads, so we caught some crawdads, and he said, "I'd really like to fry these up and eat them." and we have no idea what we're doing. So we're out there getting a bunch of crawdads and killing them without any knowledge of how to do it right. We bring him back. We sneak into the back of his house while his mom is giving piano lessons in the front, and we start frying those suckers. And right when his mom gets done with her lesson, she walks in and, "What are you boys doing in here?" And we we had fried crawdads, and it was pretty gross. But my buddy liked it, so I mean, it worked out okay. So that's just a little bit about me. Sorry, the video is a little bit longer, but that is my introductory video, and I'm excited to be in this class. Thank you, Dr. Freeman. Bye bye.